Officially official, Aaron Rodgers is a New York Jet. This is my trade reaction to the trade here. And my perspective is interesting. I grew up in Green Bay. I've watched every single Rodgers game as a Packers fan since he took over. Huge, tremendous thanks to Aaron Rodgers for all your time in Green Bay. I don't care how you feel about him as a person. I think what he's given the city of Green Bay and the state of Wisconsin and just the way that he's basically he's just put himself out there for the Green Bay Packers, and I just want to thank Aaron Rodgers for everything that he's done as a Green Bay Packer. It's bittersweet to see him traded, although there is a weight off our shoulders as the Packer fans in the state of Wisconsin. So it feels good. Now, the draft compensation, as a Packer fan, I think you should be super excited. What does it mean here? We're going to get the pick number overall 13. So we move up from 15 to 13. 2023 second round pick number 42. So we get to pick in front of them. They have the 43rd pick as well. So we get basically we get the first round swap and an extra second round pick. And then we're swapping fifth and sixth rounds this year. The Packers are going to get the sixth round. The Jets will get our fifth round. And then the big one that I'm sure probably took the most hand wringing and negotiating to get done was the conditional 2024 pick. It's a second round pick as it stands, and that becomes a first rounder if Rodgers plays 65% of the plays, which you would think he's going to play, as barring health, he's going to be playing more than 65%. So assuming Green Bay gets a first round pick next year, on top of everything that they got here, I think you're feeling pretty good with what the Packers were able to come away. Now, of course, there's a lot that the Packers have to do. I don't want to consider them rebuilding. They are going to be in a phase this year, though, where we don't expect them to be super competitive. I think they're going to be competitive enough, maybe 6-7 wins, maybe 8 wins, who knows. But it's all about building around Jordan Love this season, getting him weapons. So cashing in Rodgers for all this capital makes a ton of sense. And that's what we expect to see this Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We want the Packers front office to build around Jordan Love. We want them to draft a first or second round receiver. We want a tight end. We want offense around this young team. So that's what I'm looking forward to as a Packers perspective. And then on the other side, the Jets, for them to acquire Aaron Rodgers, they're moving back 2 spots in the first round. I don't really know if it matters too much. There should be enough offensive linemen. I believe that's kind of what I've seen mocked to the Jets a lot, is an offensive lineman in that first round. So I don't think you're losing too much there. And then to pick up a 5th round pick this year, that's fine. But again, the most important thing with this Rodgers deal for the Jets is how many years is he going to play? I mean, this could look really, really bad if he's not playing for them next year. Now, let's assume he plays this year and the Jets are a playoff team. The success and how far they go, that's going to affect the Packers' first round pick next year. But by getting Rodgers, the Jets, you guys are expecting to be at least competing for an AFC championship bid. You guys are going to be up there with the Chiefs, the Bills, and the Cincinnati Bengals. I think you guys are probably the next best of that tier. So we'll see how far they go. But it's all about 2024. If Rodgers comes back to the Jets in 2024, it feels a little bit better, but everything hinges on that for me. So my instant reaction, though, this makes the Jets probably the 4th best team in the AFC. Again, the Bengals, the Chiefs, and the Bills, those are your high priority teams. But this defense is phenomenal. The offense has Garrett Wilson. You got a couple other receivers there: Miko Hardman, Alan Lazard, Corey Davis, maybe even Randall Cobb, some castaways back from this squad. So we'll see what happens. Let me see. We got Justin in the chat saying give up a little too much, but happy the deal is done. I'm as a Packers fan, man. This is a little bit better than I expected Green Bay to get. I didn't expect a first rounder. It is next year, and we do expect the Jets to make the playoffs. So it's going to be somewhere in the 20s, I would imagine. But I was kind of blown away at the first rounder potentially next year. But everything else makes sense. So I'm happy the deal is done. But yeah, man, if Rodgers plays 65% of the plays and he does not play next year, it's going to look really bad. So yeah, it's all about that. And then it's going to be it's Super Bowl or bust for the Jets this year, of course. But at least getting Rodgers, this is going to make them, a 10, 11, 12, 13 win team. And it's going to put them right in contention to beat the Buffalo Bills and win the division. They're going to be hanging in there with the Chiefs. the Bills, the Bengals. It's going to be fun, man. Just imagine how many primetime games this Jets team is going to be getting this year. So I'm super excited about it. And then, of course, yeah, Brees Hall. So many good players on the Jets offense. It's their defense is phenomenal. Again, we're just gonna have to watch and see how fast this offense can come together. But I'm just huge relief off my shoulders. Both teams can move forward, and Jordan Love era, man. I'm super excited to see that. And so the Broncos last year they kind of walked into like a shit show because you hire a coach that doesn't really know what it takes to be a head coach. He kind of didn't really handle Russell Wilson professionally. Rodgers is walking over to a system here that's been in place for a few seasons. It's built from the ground up. It's got a solid foundation. So I feel pretty good about the Jets. If they don't, it doesn't matter if they win the division. They can still compete in the East and make the playoffs. So if they win the East, great. If not, they're going to be a wild card team. No, I think the Jets are going to be just fine. So, but that's it. I just want to do a quick video here showing my reaction. I'm excited, man. I wish the best to Aaron Rodgers and the Jets. I'm not going to be rooting against Aaron Rodgers and the Jets, but I'm most excited. Yeah, fifth seed seems about right. I'm excited about a new era in Green Bay, in Wisconsin. Um, I mean, I'm 30 years old. All I've seen is Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers. So for this moment, it's kind of fun. You don't know what you're getting. It's kind of scary. And yeah, the draft, man, we're finally here. But that's gonna do it. Just an instant reaction. I just wanted to get my thoughts spilled out. It's just a not an emotional day. It's just again, it's more of like the weight off your shoulders. I think both teams can move forward now, and AJ Dillon's probably gonna have. Packers are going to be run heavy this year. If you think about their offense, it's Aaron Jones and AJ Dillon, of course. Christian Watson's there. Romeo Dobbs is going to be involved. I'm assuming that the Packers are looking very intently at Jackson Smith and the Jigba. So I want to see some more weapons added. They're going to draft a receiver. They're going to draft a tight end. They're going to have some fun in that regard. But yes, this is a running team. Maybe they improve the offensive line a little bit too, but I fully expect Aaron Jones and AJ Dillon to be the face of this offense this season. So, but anyways, that's going to do it for me. Thank you guys for your time. Happy draft week. We made it. You guys enjoy the rest of your Monday evening. Go Bucks, by the way. Go Bucks. Peace.